Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Today, when you ask someone, how are you? If they respond beyond the perfunctory fine, you may well hear, I'm hanging in, I'm slammed, tired, or overwhelmed. Indeed, many of my clients, friends, and I are challenged by our complex times. Well, today, in the supermarket, I saw a can of beer, and the brand is Simpler Times. And I thought, that's appealing. Well, here are some thoughts on how to create a simpler time for ourselves in today's far from simple world. First, regarding work. See if you can find a simpler approach to tasks. Sometimes thorough is needed, but it seems that, for example, the fatter a report, the less likely it is to be read, let alone its findings implemented. Sometimes we choose to be thorough as an insulator against fear that our work isn't good enough. But a document's weight often doesn't indicate its quality. So you might just try breathing for a moment and thinking about how you could do that project more simply, while ideally simultaneously being more impactful. That applies to lots of other contexts, for example, in the helping professions. For example, although I ask my clients to complete a rather probing new client questionnaire, I encourage them to give first reaction brief answers, not thorough ones. Not only does that make it easier on them, it tends to filter out the unimportant, leaving the important easy for me to see. That which ends up being important usually is top of mind. Now a few words about relationships and making your life simpler. Try to better curate, or see if you need to better curate who you spend time with. High maintenance people who are otherwise difficult, are draining. Of course, it's better to spend as much time as possible with people who are simple to deal with and easy to enjoy, and then to have the courage to try to curtail your involvement with the other folks. When you do have to deal with difficult people, and we all do, see if you can simplify and minimize the interactions. Sometimes the difficulty can be easily trimmed. Don't bring up anything likely to trigger them. And if they assert something that's not worth your engaging with, if ghosting is inadvisable, you can often mollify them you can often mollify them without needing to agree with them by using the simple two words, I understand. And pick your battles, no matter who you're dealing with. Remember that most debates, especially the political or religious, usually result in more heat than light. Search for common ground. A thought about making recreation simpler. Many people go on vacation and yet end up more stressed, cramming work before and after the vacation, finding a dog or plant sitter, packing, all of that atop travel's hassles. It's simpler to get your recreations in small local doses, day trips, and simpler recreations. For example, hiking out your door is simpler than getting to and from the gym. A word about food and making that simpler. Fortunately, simple is usually healthier. Salads, veggies, broiled meats, fruit. You want something more complex but without work? That may be the time to eat out or take out. A word about clothing. Think about whether you want to keep just a small number of your favorites and give the rest to Goodwill or Salvation Army. That gets you wearing what you like best, and it's easily and visibly, it's right there in front of you, not buried amid a closet or drawers full of lesser items. Plus, you save the time and money from not having to shop so much. Plus, your gifted clothes, of course, benefit needy people. And finally, a word about routines as a means of simplification. Morning, work, and bedtime routines simplify life. The repetition of routines allows you to keep improving those routines until they're optimized for time effectiveness and being easy to implement. Also, while novelty can be fun, routine is comforting. So, when someone asks you, how are you? Might any of this little talk's ideas help you say fine and actually mean it? In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.